Today, the 15th of January, is the last day to make your estimated payments for the fourth quarter for 2024. My name is Paul Vasquez with Tax Lab. We help people save tens of thousands of dollars in taxes, and you can too. So today's the last day. If you can be without that money for the next 3 months until April 15th, maybe send in your estimated payment. If you look at that past tax return and you owed more than $1,000 by the end of the year, making that estimated tax payment could save you penalties and interest, because income taxes in the U.S. are a pay-as-you-earn system. Now, they tabulate that, or they make that the penalties for not filing as you earn, or not paying as you earn, are every quarter. And so there are some people, if you owe more than $1,000 by the end of the year, they're going to say you should have made estimated payments every quarter. Your first quarter is April 15th for 2025. So if you owed more than $1,000 by the end of 2023, you should have been on notice that you needed to start making estimated payments in 2024, and that would have been every quarter. And so today is the last day to make a payment online with the IRS for the fourth quarter. If you owe more than $1,000 and you didn't make any payments those other 3 quarters, go ahead and make a fourth quarter payment. The worst thing that's going to happen is that they're going to hold that money and give it back to you after you file your annual tax return. And that's kind of like, what really happened. Did you do enough? Did you do the right things that they want you to do? So go ahead and do that. And don't forget, at the end of the month, if you did those 1099s, if you had anybody who should have gotten a 1099, those need to be out. A 1099, receiving a 1099, NEC, is a good thing. I know it's controversial for some people to hear that, but it's a good thing. Why? Because now you have income unrelated to your W-2 job. When you have this income unrelated to your W-2 job, now this opens up the option to begin to take business expenses against that income. You are born a sole proprietor in the U.S. When that birth certificate gets stamped and you get that Social Security number, you're automatically, by default, a sole proprietor. Any money you earn is possibly taxable, right? So that's when all the rules start. Now you can write off that income with business expenses. A W-2 job says, no, this type of income is not related to your business. You're working for somebody else's business. But you're kind of born in the U.S. as a sole proprietor. You can do things to change that, like work for somebody else. But that's the default tax. And so you get to write off your business expenses, but you got to track them. You got to track that non-W-2 income, track that income. Now you can write off business expenses to reduce your taxes. There's a plethora of tax planning options here. The good beyond the ability to reduce your taxes and possibly eliminate taxes in the future can be a positive system, because over the course of the last 200 years, the wealthy people have fought the taxing authority and said, hey, we will fight you more in some areas, less in others. And so because of that, you actually get a pathway to wealth in America in the modern era. And so learning how the tax code applies to you is really kind of this carrot and stick approach to telling you how to become wealthy in America. and it's so tried and true that it's become codified in our laws and in our rules, right? And that's how effective these strategies can be, is that they've been embedded in our own tax code. Inadvertently, they've been embedded in our tax code. And so learning how the tax rules apply to you, how they apply to what you're doing, are lessons in how to become wealthy in America. And maybe that's not important to you. That's fine. Maybe you're just like, hey, I just want to pay my taxes, and I don't care about, affluence. I don't care about wealth. I'm happy just plugging away at my W-2 job and saving for, and that's fine. That's great. Nothing wrong with that. But you're missing out on a big opportunity to learn about wealth in America by not taking advantage of these opportunities that come your way. Getting that 1099 is an opportunity for you. You can dig in as much or as little as you want on that. If you want help learning how to apply the tax code and create strategies that help minimize your taxes and increase your wealth generating opportunities, Lab.tax Advisory Services. Schedule your free 15-minute interview. This kind of lets us see whether you're in a good position to take advantage of this or not. If you're just a W-2 person, unless you're a high W-2 earner, advisory services might not be a fit for you. In that case, keep listening to these videos, because I'm going to keep putting out kind of like the low-end free information that can apply to lots of people. And so you'll still want to subscribe. We're reposting these on other social media platforms, so look for us there. If something happens to the one you're watching right now, we'll try to repost these elsewhere as well. All right, thank you. I wish you all the success.